This is Benny Pulley on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. I'm here with Superintendent Tammy Garrett, Dr. Tammy Garrett, and we're going to discuss some of the things that's going on in the school system. Of course, you've had a day or two off because of the snow and ice.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what's going on. I know we've talked about a lot of the construction projects you got going on. If you want to talk about that first, that's fine, and then we'll talk about some other stuff.
Okay, sounds good. Yes, we had snow, so we've been out of school trying to keep our teachers and students safe, and appreciate the parents being supportive of that. It's difficult. We hadn't made a decision tomorrow yet, but hopefully by lunchtime I can make a decision. I think it's going to be in single digits tomorrow, and it's tough on those diesel engines on all those buses.
It is, and then too, you've got all these side roads that people don't think about that still. Like a week or so ago when we had that big cold snap, got that little dusting. I was coming down Coop Road, which I know Coop Road going to Cascade. That's where I took my kids. I said, it's always got icy spots on it. So I come to this one spot, and I seen it was icy, so I slowed down. And just in front of me, a truck had flipped upside down and was in the ditch. And I'm going, that's why they, schools call, because you can't control a big old bus.
No. So we'll make that decision. I think Chase said he'd go drive the roads for me today. He volunteered.
All right. Yeah, so that'd be good.
Yeah, we do have a lot of construction projects going on. The weather kind of puts us behind sometimes, but we're almost finished with that addition on Thomas. We put 4 classrooms over there.
That's good.
We had a little delay on that, had a trouble getting the windows in, but hopefully they'll be here soon. That's really about all we have left over there, and hope to get them moved on spring break into those classrooms and get that furniture delivered. We hope to be finished pretty soon on Liberty. We got 10 classrooms going in.
Doing a pretty good size addition over there.
Yeah, so we're ready to get rid of those portables over there. So hopefully spring break we can get those kids moved into their classrooms.
Now in Liberty, is that the only one still with portables?
We do have a couple of portables out at Southside, but we're looking at to see if I can move about 50 kids from Southside out to Liberty when their addition is finished for next year, and then we could get those portables out of Southside, so we would not have any.
Yeah, people don't realize that. I went to school and they had portables where I was at. When you're in a portable and a storm comes, you better get out of the portable and move inside.
That is true. And also, it's not safe. Those doors, you can just pull those doors open. It's not made of much. And portables should be temporary. Yeah. And we got some that were 20 years old out at Liberty. So I'm so excited for the community and those kids that'll get out of those portables.
Yeah, I remember when Cascade had several out there.
Yes.
Yeah, I was glad to see them gone.
Yeah. The other thing, yesterday I was able to meet with the architects. The other thing we're doing is the vestibules at all the schools for safety and putting the safety film on those.
That'd be great.
It's bullet resistant. I don't think they make any that are bulletproof, but bullet resistant. Yeah. And then have 2 sets of doors where you have to buzz in twice. Like you buzz in, and then you have to scan your ID on an iPad to get into the office. So we have a lot of schools that are older that don't have those. The newer schools have those, like Cartwright, Cascade High, those. But we'll come back, and I've worked with the architect to make those safer at Eastside and Cascade Middle, Cascade Elementary, where you'll go in and you're in an area before you can get buzzed in again to the office.
I think that's one of the best things you could do to secure the kids.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's usually, if you have an intruder, and Lord God forbid that we have an intruder, but if you did, that will protect them, because they got to get through both doors. They got to get, and by that time the SRO or somebody's on the scene.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to starting that project up. I finished with the designer yesterday on all of those, so they will all get one except for Southside. And one of the things the board's been talking about, that school's getting old. It's going to come to the end of its life. So we're having a work session to discuss that in March. And so we're not going to do that one because that one is near the end.
Right. It's life.
Yeah, the electrical and the plumbing, you can't do much more to that. So we'll have to look at what we'll be doing at Southside in the future.
Right.
And maybe we could, one of the considerations is building another one on that site, or do you look at, another site?
Yeah.
So the board has to make those decisions. That's one of the functions of our board, and they have a work session coming up to discuss that.
Yeah, now y'all meet usually, like I think you're meeting tonight.
We are meeting tonight. It's the third Thursday night every month, and we have a 9-member board. Chairman Cook is the chair, and that's one of the things that we'll be discussing coming up at our work session will be our 5- and 10-year plan of where we go from here. So
now, are we still adding somewhere between 500 and 600 students a year to our system, or is it more than that?
It kind of slowed down this year. We have not seen that growth this year that we have seen in years past. We've had several students go to homeschool or some kind of online learning and things like that. School kind of has changed a little bit with opportunities and school choice, but we've stayed steady this year, but not seen the growth that we have in years past. But we do have Shelbyville Central that is at its max capacity.
Yeah. And what are they at now? About 1,400 somewhere?
They are about 1,630.
60. Whew. Man, that is moving on up there.
Yes. So at some point we will have to look at that. I've got a group going to West Tennessee. We've looked at having like a school within a school for our students that don't speak English. And so that could be a possibility if we have space. So we're going to take a trip out to West Tennessee as someone who does that and see if that would be an opportunity for us where you would go to the school for a year and a half if you don't know the language and kind of get accustomed to the culture and the language and immersed in that. So we're taking a look at that.
That's good. Well, you got to look at different things as your population grows in those particular schools, whether you're going to have to add an addition like you've been doing with the different ones, or you're going to have to build a new school like you did Cartwright to take some of the crowd out of the other schools.
Yeah.
And Cartwright was, to me, amazing, the way y'all designed it and the way the park. And I love that you can pull everybody off the street. Now, Cascade still, you go over there and both sides of the road, the sides, you can't hardly come through. If you're coming from Wartrace or coming from Belva, you can't get through until Cascade gets out of school.
Yes, it's right on the road, so there's nowhere to pull those cars off, and we did that at Cartwright. The other projects that we have that we're really excited about, we've really trying to make a dent in our athletics program. We kind of got behind for some years on our athletic facilities with our concession stand, press boxes, dugouts, and restrooms.
Yes.
And so right now, if you go out Cascade, did you see we've got
I know they were going to build it, but I hadn't seen it yet.
You'll have to go by there next time you're out there. We have started. They've got a really good jump start, and so that'll be a new ticket booth there at the football and baseball field, and restrooms and a concession stand. We're excited about that.
Yeah, I know. I used to go out to my grandson playing out there all the time, and I was out there all the time. And of course, they had that little bitty one.
Yes.
But I heard it was going to be really nice.
Yes, we've got that going. And then next week we are starting on one at Community Baseball. Their restroom facilities were really old and the press box, so we will tear that old one down and build a new one there. And then also we'll have a new concession stand at the soccer field and softball field out at Cascade and restrooms.
Well, I was wondering, because that really don't have nothing on the Cascade where the soccer field's at. It's just, because I went out to watch my granddaughter play, and it was just like, okay, where you got to go?
Yes. And another very exciting project that we're able to do with the money that we saved from Cartwright, because we really did a lot of thinking and consulting, and we were able to save about, I think it was $1.2 million.
Yeah, I believe that's right, because I remember Bell Construction talking about the savings that y'all had.
Yes, and so we were able to do athletic lights at all of our facilities.
Well, that's great.
We have a lot of our lights are from 1970s, and we can't get bulbs for them, or it's expensive to change the bulbs. Right. You have to rent a lift, and the lifts are expensive. So with that savings, we're able to utilize that and put lights at all athletic fields. And the soccer field at Cascade didn't even have lights, so we're really excited, and the soccer teams are excited.
Yeah, I bet. My granddaughter plays soccer out there at Cascade for the high school, and she, we look. There ain't a whole lot of lights. I mean, you can't play if it gets past a certain time.
Yes.
And so that's going to be really great. And now, didn't y'all redo Central not too long ago with the new concession stand and all? I hadn't been out there, but somebody told me that they had.
Well, at the baseball field.
Baseball, okay.
Yes, and Cooper Steel is a great partner, and they have done that, and they've got a great plan to help us at Chevrolet Central. The part that we are doing is all the lights, and they're going to come back and help us upgrade those facilities.
That's great.
So athletics is a big part of our community, and
no doubt.
With our kids and our band. Families that come out and march on those fields and concessions and those kind of things. So we're really excited about that, and it's a big part of teaching kids how to be good team members and good work ethic and perseverance.
Yeah. Now, we'll take a break here. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be right back.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool, and triple-stranded pocketed coils to give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company, 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station. 931-684-5662.
All right. This is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcast, and I'm here with Superintendent Dr. Tammy Garrett with Bedford County Schools, and we're discussing projects that they got going on, the athletic department and all that. But I wanted to touch on a little bit about the things where we have a trade, where we teach them different things. I seen Chevel had a chef thing, culinary arts.
Yeah. We redid the whole kitchen. We have a restaurant commercial quality kitchen. If you remember, the governor put grants out to work on trades, vocational. So we did a chef's kitchen there. And if you have not used them for catering, if y'all have an event, you need to do it.
Yeah, I seen one of the posts on social media where they had all this nice looking food out.
Yes, people were really excited about that, and I used them. We hosted the superintendents here, and they did the breakfast. They had like an omelet station and eggs your way. It was fantastic. It was like I was on a cruise ship or something. They did. I was so proud of those kids.
Really, people don't realize. As I was coming up, we had back then they called it co-op. So we would work after we got out of school. We would go to our job and work. Yes. So I usually get out about 11:30 or 12 and go work. But now at our school we had auto mechanics, welding, farming because it was set on a 400-acre campus.
Yes.
And so they taught farming and agriculture. So I graduated from Alvin C. York Agricultural Institute out of Jamestown.
Yes.
And but they had that kind of stuff. But it wasn't being taught around here until y'all started the grant thing and started bringing that back. And I think that's the key, because a lot of people, don't want to go to college. They want to go right into work.
So we are really expanding our programs. We have a STEM facility going in at Community. That's one of the construction projects. These things, I've learned construction projects take time, sometimes more time than I want. I want it up like tomorrow.
Yeah, we want it done now.
But you have to design them and build them and bid them out. And so that is, hopefully will start and be finished by summer. And then also we're doing a barn out at Cascade High School.
For the ag
out there. And so we got a lot of great things going on at our middle school. We started our middle school of doing some things there too, so they can explore. So by the time they get to high school, they kind of know, what path. The thing that I learned about the culinary arts, back when I was in school, we called that home ec.
Home ec, yeah.
And I think I took home ec one year, and I could not sew. And the next year, I changed to FFA and ag and learned how to drive a tractor. I wasn't too good on sewing, but this that they have now, every parent whose kid has taken this culinary arts said their kids have really enjoyed it, and learning how to cook and cooking for their family. And even if you don't want to have a business in catering or as a chef, the skills that those kids are learning, that they can cook, because going out to eat now is expensive. You got to know how to cook.
It's a great thing to learn, and I learned it the hard way. My dad was in the motel restaurant business, so I had to, anytime I cooked, of course, I went to school, so anytime when cook laid out or somebody was sick, whatever it was, whether it was waitress or if it was, cooking, whatever it was, maid, I got volunteered, and so I'd have to miss school. So I missed like 20 or 30 days of school because I had to work to help my dad, and so I learned how to do all the cooking and all that stuff, but it was learned the hard way,
on the job training.
That's right, and so I went ahead and took 2 years in one and graduated in the 11th grade instead of the 12th, so I could work, because I was tired of missing school.
We have a lot of kids that graduate early. I think we had 82 kids graduate at Christmas that already got their credits and are able to go ahead and go to college or workforce or TCAT.
And I think that's good that they let them do it. I talked to my guidance counselor, and she told me, yes, you can do it. She said, what we'll do is you'll take senior English here and take junior English from the University of Tennessee as a correspondence course. So that's what I did, and graduated in the 11th instead of the 12th. But after I'd done it, they quit doing it up there. Evidently, they didn't like getting there early.
Well, I think you do what's best for individual kids.
I think so.
Some kids, they are ready, some kids are not, and you just have to take it kid by kid.
Yeah. And that's why you have them guidance counselors.
Yes, and we have now career coaches. We have this new grant called a Gear Up grant, in which they start with a cohort of kids in the 7th grade, and they'll help the kids and their families find access to scholarships and show them how to get to college, because a lot of parents just, if you didn't go to college, you may not know what it's about or how to get there.
Yeah, I noticed Cascade, the other day on one of their social media posts where they've sat down with all the athletes and telling them what they need to do if they want to try to get scholarships to the different.
Yes, that's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of smart kids that are doing a lot of great things. We had 4 A's. Thomas, Cascade Elementary, Cascade Middle, Cascade High, all had A's on the report card across the state.
Well, that's great.
I'd like to get where at least half of our schools have an A. That's going to be our goal next year.
That'd be good. So how many schools, actual number of schools, do we have in our district?
We have 15 schools and BCLA.
Okay.
That's alternative school.
Right.
Sometimes, I know it's hard to believe, but some kids make some choices that aren't good, and they may have to go over there for a little while.
Right. Well, that's going to be in any school. You got but the kids like that, and they're just most of the time rambunctious. They're doing things they shouldn't do, and somebody else talked them into it.
Yes.
And gets them in trouble. But yeah, that's great that they're they're doing that, and going to a school like that, I help get them maybe straightened out before they get into the world. So, but yeah, now on the culinary arts, I know you told me about that. But what other? I know y'all had nursing was one of them.
Nursing, we have a full out at Community High School. You have a full setup. It looks like a hospital with beds and everything. That teacher out there, she is dynamite and has so much energy. Just really proud of her. We have cosmetology, a full shop out at Community High School, and those kids love that. They can actually come out, with hours and things toward their license. We have engineering, we have robotics, we have science, technology, engineering, and math. We have all kinds of agriculture. We're one of the biggest agricultural counties in the state. The state.
Yeah.
So we have veterinary services. I was cutting up with the secretary this morning. I said, I want to be a part of the FFA. They go on more field trips than anybody because I have to sign off on all the field trips. They are in a lot of competitions. Welding is a big, huge program.
Especially with all the, like Cooper Steel and all those people. Most all your big maintenance shops have welders.
Yes.
And it's a good trade.
Yes, and we have audio-visual. We started that. They do a good job. Teaching as a profession, we have that. We have a lot of kids in that. We offer scholarships. We offer 4 or 5 scholarships a year. If anybody wants to go and teach, come back and teach, we'll pay for your college. And if you'll come back and teach for us for however many years we paid for your college.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, we started that last year, and last week I got to go and meet with our kids that were paying for their college at MTSU, and they're doing really well.
Well, that's good. And I say firefighters, policemen, all your first responders, all those people, and teachers should be the highest paid people there are because
I agree.
They take care of us, and the kids learn to carry on a career, and that's the key. And your students, young minds, are so inquisitive, I guess you'd say, and they loved learning.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and you probably noticed this in school, sometimes the teacher might be teaching on a certain level, and some students just are bored because they're more advanced and need to be more challenged. And so some kids, you almost have to, they take those, what they call advanced classes now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Advanced. We also offer dual enrollment classes where you earn a high school credit and a college credit at the same time.
Yeah, because, there is some that, you do get bored,
Yes, and some kids just like to work with their hands, and I think that's why vocational is so important. I think like an engineer, if you can work with your hands and you have the book smart, you're going to be a good engineer.
Hey, no
doubt. You got to have both. So some kids just really like a different type of learning, not just sitting in a desk.
Yeah. So you got any other projects going on that, I know you're having the board meeting tonight, but is anything going on that you're trying to get done or wanting to get done? Or?
Well, tonight we're going to be recognizing teachers earning tenure. You have to have like a 4 and a 5, 2 years in a row, and have 5 years experience. Mm-hmm. And so we got 32 of those tonight that we'll be granting tenure for. So that's always an exciting time in someone's career. So I'm really proud of those teachers. Let's see, what else we got? We got Cascade Girls. I think you got a granddaughter playing in the championship on this weekend.
Yeah,
right?
They're supposed to be playing Saturday. We don't know the time yet, but the boys play tomorrow night for Cascade, and of course Central made it too.
Yes.
And I'm not sure about.
I think they play Saturday.
Yeah, I think Community is still.
I think they're playing in the consolation girls.
Yeah.
For either 3rd or 4th place in that district. Y'all playing? Got to take that trip to Grundy County.
I'm glad Brandon takes it, not me. I'm back here at the station. I let him do that.
So we want to say go Champions.
That's right, for sure. Yeah, I hope all of them do good. We've got several that's going to be in the district. district, and hopefully they'll get the place. I know they won't get that first place maybe, but I hope Cascade can get it.
Yes, I do. I hope so too. I think I tell them every year, I've been here 4 years.
Right.
It's been a fast 4 years.
Yeah.
And I think we've had some team in the state tournament every year, either in soccer, softball, baseball, basketball.
Yeah.
And that is you're just really proud of the kids.
Yeah, because you really, people don't realize on an athlete, they have to maintain a good grade average.
Yes.
Plus, take care of their schoolwork, their homework at home, and then plus be an athlete.
Yeah, you're a student before you're an athlete or a band member or
exactly.
In the drama club, whatever, you're a student first.
That's right.
And you got to do
and then you do that, and they do it mostly because they love the sport.
Yes.
And that makes, to me, that, it's a double effort. You're really putting a lot of work into it to do what you want to do.
Yeah, and you learn a lot of soft skills. When I talk to business leaders and I say, okay, what do the kids need to know? And they'll say those soft skills, how to get along with people, how to work as a team, how to problem solve, how to think critically, those kind of things that you learn in the classroom and on the court or field or on the stage or wherever.
Yeah, that's one of the things you are going to learn.
Yes.
Now, have you got any events coming up? I know you got one coming up Saturday because I interviewed them. The Bedford County Imagination Library.
Yes, Imagination Library coming up. We also have that 5K coming up.
Oh, yeah, that's May the 10th.
May the 10th. It's on Mother's Day weekend, and we'll be able to give a lot of grants through the Community Foundation. So that's going to be a great event. So come out and support our students and our teachers.
And sign up.
Sign up. I think it's, $27?
Well, right now, I think it went up to $30.
$30.
And then I think starting next month it's $35, and then the month of May I think it's $40.
So sign up now.
Yeah, because you can save a little bit of money right now.
Yeah, I got to start training though, Ben. I keep saying that, but I may be struggling.
I said, me and Chase and Brandon are going to do it, but I think I'm going to be walking. They might be running.
Hey, you will be walking with me. I will not run. Chase, he could probably run.
Yeah. So is there anything else? We got about a couple of minutes before we get off of here. So.
We got spring break will be coming up in March, and then we'll get into our testing. Our TCAP testing will be coming up in April. So we want to take this stretch and really get our kids to school. And attendance is important. We got to learn, keep doing better. We have high goals. We've been able to reach a lot of our goals. We got advancing district for the first time. We were level 5. We want to keep pushing forward and be competitive across the state.
Yes.
We're doing some great things. We have some great folks that we work with who love kids, hard workers who love kids.
Yeah, you can tell it when I interview the different ones that go to the different schools, that they love kids and they love helping them, Now, I understand communities celebrating 100 years.
They are.
Yeah, and we just went out there with the ACT teams that are 21, wanting to score 21, and they got their teams all set up. We were out there for that. So when does the ACT take place?
It takes place, they test in the spring and the fall. I do not know the exact date on that, but it will be coming up. It's hard to make a lot of progress on that. That's one of our goals, to increase that. That's one of the things we're going to look at in our budget is more ACT prep teachers.
Yes.
That's one of the things that we've got to improve in. So we're going to keep working on that, try to get our score up.
Right, and that's the key. And and I say the kids we met with, me and Chase met with at Community, the team leaders that were running the teams, they are so enthusiastic. And I told Chase, when I left, I said, these kids have got the right attitude. Their motivational skills, they're excited. They're wanting to build the other kids up that are maybe not as good in this subject and build them up. And that's what it's all about. It's that motivational, keep them excited, keep them wanting to learn. And all them young leaders, they're going to be great.
Yes. Hey, we have a lot of great kids in our county.
You do.
And they'll motivate you to do better every day. You know. The kids, this is my finishing up my 29th year. And I wouldn't change it for the world. It's just the best best career I ever could have asked for.
Oh, yeah, you can. I tell people, I said, you remember the teachers when you're younger. You remember the teachers that actually taught you and really cared about you. And then you remember the teachers that just told you.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, this was in college. I had a speech teacher told me, Benny, you don't never need to speak. I thought, okay. And then now I have spoke for like 300 or 400 people, and I'm going, I'm glad he told me I didn't need to speak. That made me want to do it.
Yes, it gives you a challenge.
That's right. That's what you got to do. Take that challenge. Okay. This is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. I want to thank Dr. Tammy Garrett with the Superintendent of Bedford County Schools. Thank her for coming in today, and we appreciate you for all the work you do. Thank you to all the teachers that you support and help, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool, and triple-stranded pocketed coils to give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company, 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station. 931-684-5662.